Do all this like me showing me how old
Yeah, that's right. All right, everybody. Hey,
I am a super short person.
This is Michael Imhotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show.
Motherfucking bitch.
I'm in here in Atlanta.
But they swear they like me to be cussing.
I'm in Atlanta. This is the night before the Black Agenda tour. Mechee X is over here cussing. You can hear
on my live. That's what I'm doing on my live.
You hear her cussing. I just got in today. I'm here with Mechee X.
You is like short.
Donette.
I'm not doing nothing, y'all.
Donette and Bianca.
I did hear that they dropped the charges on that.
So when you come
that's what's up,
on Saturday, August 3rd to Fin and Feathers.
Right. So
Saturday, August 3rd, Fin and Feathers.
See that happen.
360 Edgewood Avenue, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia. You'll see all of us here.
You can have whatever you want out of there.
You'll see all of us there. It's the Black Agenda on tour. You've never seen anything like it. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we have here.
Tell them what we're doing. We're eating dinner.
We're eating dinner, getting ready for tomorrow.
What kind of dinner are we eating?
This is vegan. This is vegan soul food. Yeah.
Somebody said, "Why he got to do his live all like?" Cause he right behind me. We just live everywhere, y'all.
We find a vegan soul food place.
I usually do real live. Y'all can hear two people be loud, right? We want to hear you. Look, Michael alone. Michael is my home.
We could both talk.
We show him. Michael, no, don't worry about it.
So Mechee's broadcasting.
Black Agenda press conference right now. That's all.
Yeah, there's a whole lot going on. We just allowing y'all. Somebody said fraud. I know that's exactly what I am. I'm a fucking fraud. I know that's right.
How?
Why does somebody say you're a
I
fraud?
argue with these motherfuckers, Bianca.
What's wrong? But
Okay, guys. So
she better not lie.
So Mechee, let people know what is the Black Agenda. Let people know that.
The Black Agenda, I'm going to go ahead and claim it and just say that it is the movement in this country that's about to get black people free, right? So we talk a lot about what our problems are, right? And what we're facing. And I would even say to a great degree, I don't think we all even really understand the depths of how we're really attacked in this country. So we're going to go into a whole lot of that because you got to understand how you're being attacked before you can make a plan of counterattack, right? And then we come with solutions. I think we talk a whole lot. And a lot of us talk about what the issues are, but we don't really come with the answers, right? So at the Black Agenda, we're bringing answers and solutions, right? And we unifying black people across this nation so that we can have a unified front, right? And then we bring a different definition to unity, right? I think that black people have not been able to unify in this country because of the typical, we need to unify. All black people need to get along. All black people need to deal with each other. No, the fuck we don't, right?
Right. There's never been a time in the history. There's never been a time in the history of this country where all black people have been on the same page or did the same thing. Even now we're gonna have some unity after Civil War ends, during Reconstruction, things like this. But we've always had people who thought different. We always had a Booker T. Washington and a W.B. Du Bois.
History.
Yeah, we've always had people who thought differently.
Classes,
different areas,
different climates,
for a long time.
different climates,
different values,
and
different religions,
and dealing with different realities. Because if you living in the South, a lot of your reality is different than living in the North. You still dealing with white supremacy, but it's different in the South.
We have a couple
so
spots
we never all just thought the same way.
realmecheex@gmail.com and give me your information. Just say, yo, this is Greg.
But people can work together, though.
You bought your ticket underneath, and I will definitely upgrade you. I'm okay with that.
Okay. So somebody asked the question, did Mechee X squash her beef with Dr. Boyce?
I did not squash my beef with Dr. Boyce Watkins, but I don't really have a beef. I just want him to get away from me, right? I don't have any anger towards that man. Well, I am kind of mad he stole my domain name and he won't give it back. So if y'all want to type www.mecheex.com, guess what? It goes to Fly Nubian Queen, y'all. Why don't y'all check that out? But other than that, I'm just doing the same thing, right? Mechee went ahead and got another name, to use as a domain, so that I can use the real Mecheex at therealmecheex.com. But as far as Dr. Watkins, no, I'm never squashing beef. I'm not necessarily fighting. I don't want to call it beef. I just want him to leave me alone. I don't do fake people. I don't do using people, and I don't do black people who take advantage of other black people, especially men who take advantage of a whole lot of women. So at the end of the day, I wish him the best. I know he got his event coming up that he had me at last year. So do the damn thing. Dr. Watkins just leaves me alone. That's all I ask. So we good. We good.
Now, I don't know all the intricacies of this beef. Y'all know I stay out of all this. Y'all know Boyce is a friend of mine.
Michael is,
right?
Yes, he's neutral.
So all the beefs, Boyce and Roland, all this stuff, I stay out of all. Y'all know I stay out of all that stuff. Okay, you can't find me in none of that. All right, and I know all these people. Okay, so.
Yes, but you know what I want to say about that? See, we were talking about unity earlier, right? If y'all don't know who I'm talking to, I'm on 2 lives, so I'm talking with Michael Imhotep on his live as well that he's doing. But that's the one thing about unity is, let me tell you this. Since we brought up Dr. Watkins, I think this is a really good example of giving an example of unity. I don't like Dr. Watkins and the things that he's done to me personally in life, right? But I will tell you right now, if some scandal or something happened to Dr. Watkins because he was black, and I knew that it was only because he was black and he was being attacked, right? And it wasn't necessarily that he did it, but they were coming after him as a black man, guess what? I'm going to speak against that shit. And I'm going to say what's right, and I will speak out against it because it's wrong, right? So as unity happens for black people, it needs to be that we get along when it counts, right? When it matters. We don't have to get along any other time, so I don't have to get along with him at all. But if I walked up in a parking lot and it was a gang of white people about to jump Dr. Watkins, I would probably help him fight. I might get 1 or 2 punches in on him and be like, that white boy did it, and blame it on him real quick. But I'm going to help him. I'm not going No, but I mean, in all seriousness, that's what unity is. Like, I have my issues at the end of the day with a lot of black people, but when it really counts and it comes down to it, I'm going to get in the fight where it counts when it's against black people, no matter who they are.
Unity does not mean uniformity.
Y'all don't be laughing. Y'all heard me talking about Dr.
Unity
Watkins.
does not mean uniformity, right? And once again, a lot of these beasts, most of the stuff, I don't even know what's going on. Okay?
You ain't supposed to know.
A lot of
See,
stuff,
he neutral, and I want you to stay neutral. I don't need anybody to be mad at anybody I'm mad at. If ain't nobody done nothing to you, this all good. You ain't got to be mad at him for me. I don't want nobody to do that, right?
I'm still on Fly Nubian Queen.
Right? Bianca's still on Fly Nubian Queen. Y'all check my girl out. I ain't mad at her.
FlyNubianQueen.com. So you
a
see,
lot of women at Fly Nubian Queen.
You
that
see
I
Fly Nubian
love.
Queen
Dr.
broadcast on the
Yeah,
African History Network.
Check her out.
You see Jade Arundel.
Oh,
We have her videos.
Jade. I can't wait to meet Jade in Brooklyn.
Jade's in Brooklyn.
Bling Destiny and Company said I opened up my new bling fashion business because of you. I love y'all. I want y'all to know that this is the shit that keeps me going. So congratulations, and thank you for sharing that with me. Let me tell you, it's nothing better than when y'all come on here and y'all tell me from the information that I have shared with y'all that y'all put it to use, right? When brothers and sisters come on here and they're like, I was listening to you, and you know what? I didn't celebrate the holiday this time. I bought a stock, right? I didn't buy Jordans. I bought a piece of the Nike stock.
You bought some Nike stock? Yeah, I told people before you buy some Nike shoes, you better buy some Nike stock.
Right. And people say, well, I listened to you, and next month I'm going to start homeschooling my kids. People say, I listened to you about opening the business, and so I put in the work, right? So I appreciate that. Like, that lets me know. I don't like, I know for as much as I talk, y'all, I don't like
Who's
to,
this person named Latoya Allen?
I don't like to, necessarily just be talking to be talking, right? So when I give information on here and y'all run with it and y'all do something with it, and I get them emails that tell me help y'all change things in y'all life, like, that's the shit I live for. That's what this is.
Okay, so I have a question.
They said they want to see the team, and where's Jice? Jice is not at the Airbnb with us. Jice is here. You will see her tomorrow. She's not here with us. So she's with her family. She has her family here, right? But the rest of the crew, we in the Airbnb. They wanted me to introduce them to the crew that's here. So we did it earlier. Come on, Bianca.
Okay.
This is my hairstylist. This is my hairstylist. But she does so much more than that for me.
We do a lot.
She helps me with my t-shirts. She helps me work my table. She's helped me with my products. She helped me with all kinds of stuff. I love Bianca to death, right? Yes. And then this is Michael Imhotep. He is going to be on the tour with us this year, finishing out, and hopefully next year. This is one of the smartest men that I know when it comes to politics, right? This brother got some information. We talk all the time as black people about how we don't understand politics and how they really work for us. Well, if you want to know that, you should be listening to this brother because he breaks it all down for you, right?
Politics and history intersect. So I'm a historian.
Yes.
And this is one of the things I'll talk about tomorrow, and I did with 6 principles of political self-defense. Visit my website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. On YouTube is Michael Imhotep, IMHOTEP.
That's right.
Okay.
Bianca, come holler your stuff out. And yes, Bianca is the one that has the Mechee wig. This is what I tell you. This is one of the dopest business women that I know. She owns her own hairline, so she can name her stuff whatever she wants. And she has a wig that look like my hair, so it's called the Mechee wig.
And yes, you can go to the Lock Hair, BLONC.
What?
I do have 100% human hair products, so it actually does come off someone's head. Sometimes that sounds a little weird to people, but it's actually the best product.
So you talk about not that $5 nappy stuff that Vicky Diller wears? I'm sorry, y'all being petty. I had to go there. I'm sorry.
Let's not talk about people.
Whatever. No, look, I'm talking to my audience. I forgot you was live. Vicky be talking all kind of shit. Whatever. Girl, get you some new hair. Stop talking to the virgin.
Yes. Slumphair.com. I still got stuff coming up on the website. as we speak. But go and support. I got products to get your hair 100% healthy. Her hair is 100% healthy. It keeps growing.
Y'all see how fast my hair grew?
Growing and growing, and it's gonna keep
all the products that she puts in my hair. Y'all see when I cut it, how fast it grew. Yeah. That's all the stuff she uses in my hair. You can buy them same shampoos, conditioners, all of that online.
Support a black-owned business. Don't go to the joyco.com or don't go to Amazon and buy the products. Buy the products directly from my website, blanchair.com. BLONC hair.com, and you can follow me on Instagram at blanc_virgin_hair.
I'm laughing at that comments. I want to say shout out. I want one real quick. I want to say shout out to Black Freedom. Right, he put his information in for his. Thank you for the donation. You did the $2 earlier, and I was talking and didn't even see it. Shout out to you, brother, for the donation. I'm gonna put your information in the bottom of this video. But this is a black man. He has a website shop, Stop and Shop Unlimited. Y'all make sure y'all check him out on Instagram. He put his information in that box. And y'all sign up for his newsletter, right? He's getting his website up and going. And when he does that, right? Oh, they put Michael Imhotep's YouTube page in there. That's what's up. Thank you, Nails and Glitter. My team be on it, right? And then this is the net. Michael wanted to ask me something. Hold on, Jeanette. Just stay here with your beautiful self. And then what somebody said what?
Very quickly. People who are interested in homeschooling black children, you want to go to LiberatedMindsExpo.com. LiberatedMindsExpo.com, because they organize the Liberated Minds Black Homeschooling Education Expo the third weekend in July. So you just went to that, right? In Atlanta, yeah. So I was just here July 21st for that. I'm one of the presenters each year, and I'm one of the vendors. So I spoke there, and that's my 7th year speaking at the expo. Okay, and if you go to that website, LiberatedMindsExpo.com, it can connect you to experts in homeschooling black children from an African-centered perspective. Okay, which is extremely important. It's different than just homeschooling. Okay, it's homeschooling them from an African-centered perspective.
Mm-hmm. So y'all hear that? So I find a lot of times with the Black Agenda, this is why we introduce everybody to the organizations in your community, because so many times, even though y'all live in y'all communities, y'all really don't even know they exist. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know how many organizations we find. So that's what's up. You know, he has this conference. Everybody's always talking about how we homeschool. There have been black people out here for years and years and years talking about how to do this and teaching how to do this. So
exactly.
If y'all really want to do it, let me tell you, those things are out there.
Shout out to Queen Thais, who is the...
Bianca, they said, can you help with alopecia?
Shout out to Nails and Glitter. She put Bianca information there for Instagram. Y'all make sure y'all click that link and follow. Come on back over here, Danette. Now I want y'all to see Danette. I love Danette. This is my friend.
Looking like
Black
Freedom is the person in the background that nobody will introduce, and now I
introduced you. I introduced you. Danette. Yeah, Danette with the earrings.
He really needs some orders to come in, so feel free to purchase products. So your products are ready for sale. Okay, so put the web address in there, and y'all go over and support this black man. Y'all go over and look at his stuff. Sign up for the newsletter. You see something you want, you buy. Y'all give whiteys y'all.
And hey, I'm just Danette. I'm a groupie. No, I raise my children.
You don't get to introduce yourself. Shut your ass up. Thank you, David.
And I'm also a singer, and I'm a good friend and supporter of this person, and I will follow her all over this country, and I hope you sign up. I do things like order the food for the group. Thank you.
She drove us around. She just drove us to pick up the food.
I help this one, Musa, when she ready to kick somebody's ass.
She do that.
And I'm just here to show love and bring love, and I think I'll be introducing some
hosting.
She's going to be hosting now.
Today.
So Danette will be hosting, but she is a very dope jazz singer. She will be singing for us tomorrow as well.
But
I'm on Instagram.
Tell them where to find you.
Danette Hollowell Music. I don't know if y'all will make it to the event tomorrow, but I will sing a little. I'm just gonna be introducing people and keeping everything lively and things like that. I do music. I'm also a black doula, and that's very, very important because 1 in 4 babies, black babies in America, is not going to reach their first birthday, and they've literally linked it scientifically to microaggressions and racism, and black women are just under way more stress than everybody else, and it's attacking our womb. Mm-hmm. So we need to take care of our families. We need to have black advocates in the healthcare community. That's what I am. I'm a doula. I'm a birth coach. I can help you find positions. We can have a plan. We can get spiritual with it, or we can get very, very medical term with it. Either way, you guys need to have advocacy out there in the healthcare system. It doesn't matter if you're rich, poor, short, tall, fat, skinny. You are in danger. And you've got to protect yourself as a black mother. I have 2 children of my own. I almost died in childbirth. I know a lot of black mothers that I'm working with now a lot of women have already had a baby that's died. You guys need to look at yourselves and ask yourselves how many people in your community already have had a child that passed away before it reached its first birthday. It's an epidemic in our community. We got to breastfeed our babies, guys.
Right.
We can't let people shame us about our breasts anymore. We can't be ashamed of our bodies anymore.
Important.
We got to communicate, and we've got to demand the respect that we deserve in these healthcare systems. And so that's all I got to say.
No,
you said I don't even know better where to find you. Come back over here. Oh, wait a minute, look at my. Shout out to you, Nails Are Good. She got everybody something. She just put in your Instagram.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, breastfeeding.
They love your gap and they love your earrings. I love her dimples. I'm surprised y'all didn't say nothing about that.
I'm looking all rough because I've been just feeling groupie today, driving around. But tomorrow, Bianca's gonna hook my hair up. I'm shade having a homegirl who does hair, and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Huh?
Yes.
You gotta put the link in there. You have to put for YouTube for it to light up. You gotta put the HTTP // Black Freedom. If you just put what it is, nails and glitter. If you can hook it up and put the extra stuff so that his link will come through because he doesn't know how to put it in right, so it'll light up.
Jamel Lacey on my Facebook fan page, The African History Network, said, I'm a psychology student and I can relate to Mechee X. He also said, he had some positive to say about Mechee X. Mechee X is the bomb or something like that. I forgot exactly what it is.
Thank you.
Mechee X
Ebony Grascom said, that's right, girl. I think in response to Donette. And breastfeeding children is extremely important because that's the natural way to do it. And what happened is when you had more women in general going to college, it became a stigma to breastfeed the baby. Breastfeeding the baby became associated with poor women, especially in the African American community, because during slavery you had black women who were wet nurses. And they were forced to breastfeed white children, the white
didn't have anything left for their own babies.
Oftentimes. So in our community, what happened is breastfeeding became something associated with something that poor women did because they couldn't afford to buy formula. So then when African American women started getting college degrees and things like this, they felt they had the money to buy formula. Okay. Now I'm not knocking getting college degrees. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm talking about the trick that was played on us. But breastfeeding is very healthy. It helps women lose weight very quickly, get back to their pre-baby weight.
It helps
the baby immunizes the baby with a lot of nutrients.
Breastfeed your baby and make sure you eating right.
So
and
breastfeeding is huge. And now in this society, because it's a hypersexualized society, breastfeeding has a stigma, has a shame and a stigma associated with it. Okay. But there are efforts that are being taken to dispel that stigma and to change the way people think. And there was also a PSA, a public service announcement campaign that I know we had it in Detroit, that's probably nationwide, that was encouraging women of color, especially African American women, to breastfeed. And they were talking about all the benefits of it. So that's very, very important.
Let me go back, look at some comments. Okay.
And some women, just
women,
also, I want to take away the shame.
My comments, I got a lot of things I want to address today
about
that.
Some women cannot breastfeed. And so I don't want to shame you. Right. If you can check in with a breast milk lab, please do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just better for the baby. Some women can't breastfeed. It's not about shame. It's about the baby's health.
That's true.
Okay, so I want to say to Keith Green, I had to go all the way back. Thank you for the $5. And he said that I'm wearing his shirt. Actually, I have missed me with that bullshit on here. But he has made me a gang of shirts. So I want to say shout out to Keith Green. And Keith, I would like you to tell me and put in your link where it is so that we can put that in there too. In the beginning when I was on Fly Nubian Queen, his brother sent me so many shirts. We don't negotiate white supremacy. A bunch of stuff. So shout out to him. I want y'all to support his brother too. So please put your information in there so they know where to come buy your shirts. Because you've been sending me shirts from day one. Shout out to you.
Asking about slutty vegan.
Wait a minute. I'm going to finish these questions because I'm way behind. Somebody want to know what I was eating. I'm eating fried cauliflower.
Vegan Soul Food Restaurant number 2 is what we're doing.
Vegan Soul Food Restaurant number 2.
Somebody
said, you took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. We had
this is what we eat. We eat this.
And the brother in there knew who I was too.
He did. He was like, "What's up?"
He saw me on the flyer. He knew who I was.
Vegetarian too. It's on 652 North Highland Ave in ATL, y'all. So y'all out here, the food is good. I think somebody trying to eat my collard greens while I'm talking to y'all, and my candy yams, and my mac and cheese. Look, don't she trying to give it to me now. Yes, it is black owned.
Yes, it is.
We ate all black owned.
We went by Slutty Vegan today.
All black owned. Look at them green.
We went to the Slutty Vegan today. Shut up, Hashimi. You come over here because I introduced you to the crew. Come over here. No, you come here.
They can't see me.
They can't see you.
I'm too
I'm going to bring the camera to you.
Can I get a PayPal link to donate to me? Is that okay?
Oh, give me 1 second.
Okay.
So, anyway, we did go by Slutty Vegan today, and yesterday, I want y'all to know, every time we go by there is a line, and the word is that the line is like a 2-hour line. People stand in line for at least 2 hours. I want to say, I didn't have time to stand in line for 2 hours, but I did pass out some flyers in line. But we...
Slutty Vegan.
No, don't be showing them a video on a video. Anyway, I'm trying to keep up these things going fast. Y'all wait a minute, okay? Right. Come on, hold on a second. So anyway, can I pay at the door tomorrow? Yes, you can pay at the door. Slutty Vegan had like a damn line that was like 2 hours long, and people apparently stand in this line every day for about 2 hours and don't even care. So that must be some good ass food. Y'all can eat that shit in like
they want
younger
Sister
in
Circle
life.
Live. They want Sister Circle Live and the Times on the morning show.
Don't nobody care. They be standing in line.
Yep.
Yes, they have a long ass line twice. I didn't have time because I don't have that kind of time here. Yes, I do read my emails, and I've been reading all my emails that y'all have been sending me as far as helping me out. And I'm going to get back to everybody as soon as I get home. Monday morning, y'all will be hearing from Mechee. Shout out to Mario for the $10. Thank you.
Chuck Kemet.
It wasn't really slutty. I have no idea, but
no. The reason why she called it Slutty Vegan is to associate sex. She said sex sales.
It does.
And to associate sex with a healthy lifestyle and changing the way people eat.
I bet you if somebody tell you to go eat at Slutty Vegan, you would never have to ask them the name of the restaurant again. You ain't gonna
No, nobody ever has to ask it. It's you're like, everybody knows it.
Okay, that was a really good marketing thing.
Mario donated.
So this, I know I said thank you to him. So this is whip your ass 7 days till 7 ways till Sunday right here. Can I not tell him that? This is my good friend Hashim. Y'all seen me in a picture with him before. I've known this man for a long time. He's a whole lot to me. He was my mentor when it came to poetry. He gave me my first opportunity on the stage to spit a poem, right? He's the one that threw the X on my name that is just stuck for forever, right?
Oh, really?
So he gave me that X. Shout out to this man. He been around. He was around when I was in my room, depressed, writing the Black Agenda. And I would drive out to Denver, and I would go do events. And at his poetry event, he let me open up for him. And it was a wrap after that. And then after that, I got all kind of features, and people wanted me to come and do poetry.
Yeah.
So he's been my mentor. Yeah, because y'all see me a lot on here, but I mean, I ain't arrogant in it, but I am my biggest fan and my first critic, right? And I like to say I think I'm a dope ass poet. But that's just a side that I haven't really shown. But don't worry, it's coming. I ain't had time. Y'all get to see that.
Let people know they can buy tickets online tonight too, right?
Yes, you can buy tickets online tonight still, you guys. And if you put in ATL, you can still get $15 off your ticket. There will be tickets for sale at the door. And
no one is turned away.
And then ticket 25 and under, they get a discount.
Yeah,
too,
if you're 25 and under, the tickets is only $25 for all you. And if you're that's 13 to 25, and if you're 13 and under, you're free. So you can bring your kids in there for free $99. So you don't have to buy tickets for the kids. Somebody asked me to recite a poem.
A little poem.
Let me tell you the poem that I'm gonna open up with at the let me give y'all a little taste. I
posted the info.
I open up with this poem all the time. It's a real quick piece. So and it go like this.
Good, right?
I'm do what? It's time. This one called It's Time. And it says, the black man and woman are way too divided. Coming together, yo, we should try. No time for whining, while supremacy keep lying. Those lies we keep buying while our lives keep declining. Yeah, we only worried about shining, fine wine and diamonds. More like 6 feet under, box cloaked in fine linen. How the hell is that winning? Our bodies used as commodity and disposal, so here's my proposal. I'm calling the troops to our kings we salute. Let's strap up our boots and go all out for truth. No more division, only alliance. Till death do us part. Let's get free of that triumph. So that's a quick piece I open up with. But I mean, I got poems that tell stories. They longer than motherfucking songs. I got some poems that's 4 minutes. I do. I tell stories. I'm a poet, so I have some short ones. But when I get done, I did some very long. I tell stories, right? The Angry Black Woman, I think, is a 3.5 minute poem. Yeah, Wrongs You Can't Write. That's about 3.5 minutes. I got one called The Plantation. Stolen Identity. Them like 4 minute poems. Yeah, I be telling stories, y'all.
So Bishop Ben on Facebook said, bro, your lecture's off the chain. All right, Bishop Ben. You got Robert Mitchell watching. You got Patricia. Now, Patricia...
They know a group I'm in, Soldiers of War.
Patricia Campbell said, I had no milk for my first child. Okay. You got Doreen watching, Ebony Brascom. Who else?
Thank you, y'all. That was just a little taste. I probably wrote that in like 5 minutes.
All right.
Y'all gotta hear one of my real poems. Don't worry, they
Jamel Lacey said, thanks for everything you're doing. Okay, now everybody also, if you want to donate to the African History Network, if you want to donate to the African History Network, this helps when I have to travel. This helps us to keep doing the research, pay the bills, stay on the air. PayPal.me/the AHN show. PayPal.me/the AHN show. Okay.
I thought he was gonna spend a pound.
I'm just gonna promote.
Oh, let me say this too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut you off, Michael. Okay, y'all remember Golden Child? They came to Chicago and I was promoting him. And y'all was like, Golden Child is the shit. Y'all know where he get it from? This man right here. This is his daddy, y'all. This is Golden Child's father. So if y'all think that brother is dope, then let me tell you, he gets it from his dad. The fruit does not fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I'm performing tomorrow night too. And many of y'all don't know, or she know, that I'm that brother who freestyled with Jay-Z and DMX in the movie Backstage.
Have y'all seen that barber video? It's the security guard and he's in the back and he's freestyling. Yeah, with DMX. With DMX and Jay-Z, and they do their little freestyling, and he go in and do his, and his blow all of theirs out the water, and they be like, "Whoa, yes, this is that man right there." If you ever seen that barber.
But tomorrow night I'm performing. I thank Mechee for the opportunity. So I'm gonna be on security like I did in Backstage.
That's why he
and
beat
bust
your
a
ass
freestyle
every till Sunday. He's security.
I'm gonna be on security. I'm gonna bust a freestyle.
That's
then go back on security. And then bust your head if you got a pocket. Then go back on security.
That's right.
You got all these black queens, all this wisdom in here, all this intelligence here, Brother Michael.
Yes.
Who the other Freedom? Freedom, the activist, the young brother.
Oh, young activist. He'll be here pretty soon. Tonight at some point.
Oh, cool.
He usually comes in really late, catch an Airbnb, so we gotta catch up with that boy and find out when the hell he gonna get here.
So just remember, knowledge is power. And instead of tricking off our money, blowing our money, it's all right to invest in land. Save your gold. Don't go pawn your gold. Save that.
Right.
Invest in land. Try to find out what food is as opposed to how food tastes. Food is what we eating right now.
He said he remember you, bro. You had the bow tie on. Hell nah.
Yeah, right. So a lot of us eat food because it tastes good. Trying to eat economical, but you're going to end up in the hospital if you're eating all that fake processed food. But what we eating right now, this stuff is vegan and vegetarian, and it tastes excellent. Would y'all agree?
Yes, it does.
I have no meat on my plate, and I'm full.
They trying to eat my food.
And I'm looking at it. She don't know what food left because she's doing this live. So I might nibble on some.
I don't want to turn this into a mukbang. Just be taking my damn food. You can have some. We will share, but you cannot have it, right? But yes, this is y'all know what happened in Detroit. So since then I needed some security. I called this brother. This is what he do. You know the nation get it in. And so, so he rocks me.
Very quickly, somebody asked me to repeat. Somebody asked me to repeat my PayPal link. Patricia asked me to repeat the PayPal link.
Can you? Yeah,
it's PayPal.me/the AHN show. Stands for African History Network. PayPal.me /the AHN show.
Right, black man, he cannot have I'm gonna eat my cornbread.
You can donate to the African History Network there.
Somebody said can't have my.
It helps support our research. It helps to pay when I travel to events.
Say that again. I'm going to turn this around to you, Michael. Tell them your PayPal. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this helps to support the African History Network. Yes. Y'all don't know what that is. Y'all go on Facebook. It's not no joke. Like, he got over 1 million subscribers. Actually, I used to have a lot of my videos on there that I used to do. They used to get played on there all the time. So you'll probably see me on there if you've been on that network. But I'm going to turn around so you can tell them so that y'all have his PayPal. One of my moderators could please put it in there because this goes to support the network. It's a lot of information, a lot of knowledge and things that get put on that page. So I support it, and if y'all want to support it, y'all do the damn thing. But go ahead.
PayPal.me /the AHN show. PayPal.me /the AHN show. Or go to our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Click on the yellow donate button. At my website, I have all of my DVD lectures, over 40 lectures there. I have articles that I write. You can read all my articles. We have audio podcasts of over 900 of our broadcasts, almost 1,000 broadcasts and podcasts of our radio show, the African History Network show. Connected to my YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, and connected to our Facebook fan page, the African History Network. And then also, at our website, we have a recommended reading list of books. Because everybody, wherever I go, people ask them, well, what book should I read dealing with history, things like this. So I have a recommended reading list of about 60 books there as well, okay? At the top of the website, just click on book list.
She said we can share food.
All right.
There's a delay on
Let me.
All right, thank you, Mechee.
Are you looking at it? Yes, but I want you to know something. If I share my food with you, that means like I love you, because that to me that's the sign of a deal. If I share my food with people, that means I love them. If you let me eat off your plate, I'll be like,
please make a note of it.
Yes, if I share my food, if I'm already share my food with you, then I really care for you. Anyway, let me give some shout outs because I'm not in my basement, y'all. And so my PayPal Cash App is up. So I want to give some shout outs for the past couple of days. Some of the donations I received. So shout out to Leon. He sent me $25 this month. Thank you very much. It was a nice Friday. Wake up and get that. Lauren sent $40 for the Black Agenda. So shout out to you. And Karen White Enterprise sent $10. Willie Jackson $53. I don't know what the 5 and the 3 is about. Thank you for that. And Gary McCreamy sent $10. And David Caldwell sent $20. So shout out to y'all. I haven't checked PayPal. I'll go over there before I get off and check that. But shout out to y'all who sent donations. What is it? Is this cold?
No. It's like wine.
Wine don't gotta be cold.
It's wine. Yeah.
You gonna cook for me?
Yeah, I'll drink wine.
Mr. Private Brain? What you gonna cook for me?
You don't drink wine?
No, I don't drink at all, actually.
That's good.
I haven't had a drink in probably about 12 years.
That's awesome.
Somebody said, let me see your nails again.
My nails?
Yeah, they like
You just got your nails done, Mechee?
These is plain. Y'all should have seen me before I had to give up the nail shops. I remember when I did that thing and I was like, fuck these Asians and these Koreans. We're not giving them our money. I'm serious. And so I was like, I get my nails done and my toes every 2 weeks, all year round, for probably the last 15 years. That's just what I've done. And so I was like, I'll get that shit up. I'll cut my nails off. So I don't have somebody to do them to that extent. So the fact that I have to find a black sister to do it, and in Colorado they're not consistent, I usually end up with just some plain and fuck. Mechee needs some diamonds. I need some. It's very plain, but I'm okay. It'll live.
That's an untapped market. It sounds like in Denver, Colorado.
Oh, let me tell y'all something about these
They have a
Asians.
black-owned nail salon.
When they get out of nail school, they go into the Asian nail shops, and I'm gonna break this down for y'all. They make $43,000 a year.
Wow.
Right out of school.
Wow.
So what they do is one of them will have a shop. The ones that just graduate go work for them for a couple of years. They save enough money, then they open their own shop.
Right.
And then they have floaters within the community, but they make right off the bat $43,000.
Well, I want you to know another thing that they do that we don't do enough, as far as group economics. A lot of them put their money together, a family, right? They all get together, they put their money together, and what they do is give it to one person to start a business. Then they put it all together again, and that person has to give back once they start their business. And they do that until everybody in the family builds it. And it's a really good cycle. So everybody goes around. Let's say, for example, I don't know how well we can do this, black people, but it's not a bad idea. Y'all get y'all tax return. You be getting them $6,000-$7,000. Why y'all can't just all put $1,000 together, give it to one family member for them to start, and then y'all help them work that business. And as it gets big, then everybody does that again when they get money, put it in a pot and return it to another person so that they are able to get their sales off the ground and do what they need to do. They do a whole lot of that. Yeah. And that's why you go in them shops that all the families are working, and that's how they build things, right?
That's a cultural system you have. In some Asian communities called caste system.
Right. They put in a pot, they give it to one family member, then they put it in a pot, they give it to the next one, and the one that is actually the one that got the business is succeeding, they put even more back into it because they're the ones that got established.
But I can't get
everybody
is that
way, right?
And I own my own salon, and I've had to do it and bootstrap it myself, and I've trained plenty of my cousins. You know, so it's about 5 of us that do hair that have trained under me that now are renting, you know, spending $800 a month, $1,000 a month. And I said, hey, I have the space. My space is $3,000 a month. If we all come together, we can get the cost down to $500 each. Right. Put the rest of that money in the pot. We can go buy a piece of land off of a tax lien, and we can build a container salon where all of us can work and hire more stylists. We can corner the market in Colorado.
Can I say that we have a hard time doing that, though?
We do.
We have a hard time doing that because we don't trust one another. I will tell you, I'm dealing with that now. The problem is we don't know how to get in where we fit in, to where we all do our part and let everybody do who they are.
A lot of us don't understand business on that level because we didn't have like some of us did not have parents that owned businesses. So a lot of us are first generation entrepreneurs. Whereas when you look at other communities, like in the Asian community we were just talking about, they're dealing with, they already have relatives who own businesses. So their mindset is already wrapped around that. And also it's cultural. Mm-hmm. See, those are cultural investment tools. And from West African countries, you have what's called the Susu system. Right. We see this in Jamaicans, things like this. They have cultural tools and systems to raise money for investment in businesses. Now, with African Americans, we had things like this. One of them was from the numbers runners, because some of us got investments in our businesses from the numbers man. Okay, we also have, and this is probably something I'll talk about tomorrow, because I talked about this 2 Sundays ago at the Black Homeschooling Conference. We have a rich history of cooperative economics. These were the co-ops. Everything from the from the Free African Society of 1787 to the Colored Farmers Union in 1886 in Texas. We have a rich history, but we don't understand that history. Right. And what happened was, not only were thousands of our businesses disrupted because of the U.S. Interstate Highway Act of 1952 and 56 that drove 41,000 miles of U.S. interstate highways all across the country, and it ran through about 1,600 African American communities. But what happened was a lot of African Americans went to white business schools. A lot of African Americans went to white business schools or HBCUs, and we learned white business principles. Right. And then we brought back white business principles to the African American community to implement them, and we didn't learn about cooperative economics. And this is what happened, because my degree is in business administration. I went to a white business school, Wayne State University, Detroit. We did not learn this history. I learned it outside of those classes because I was already studying African history. So I
say he's right.
So we have to. So everybody should read a book called Collective Courage by Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhart.
Somebody said my uncle started his pharmacy back in the 60s from number runners.
Yeah, see, a lot of us got money from number runners, but see, then the numbers was turned to the state lottery. The state lottery, what preceded the state lottery, were numbers controlled by African Americans. They took that and turned it into the state lottery to knock out the numbers runners, because we were financing a lot of our businesses that way. All right, but people should read Collective Courage by Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhart.
He just be throwing books out there. I told you he's smart. He's like a little library.
I interviewed her back in about 2014. She wrote this book which details this rich history of us with different types of co-ops. The Colored Merchants Association. This was created about 1928.
Yes, we don't deal enough
with co-ops. See, what happens is we look at the co-ops as something that white people do, or the hippies. Right. We created that. Right. Those are principles we brought with us from Africa.
You can't tell black people none of that. Half the shit they do around here we created. They just took it and made it theirs, and then somehow we lost it. They didn't borrow it. They took it, and we don't have it at all anymore.
Well, that's because we don't have our history. People's history and culture teaches them how. People's history and culture teaches them how to deal with the problems of the past, in the present, and the future to meet the needs of the community. So we don't understand that a lot of these problems we're dealing with today, we have dealt with them before. We have to understand, how do we deal with these problems in the past? Okay, to deal with them today. But the co-ops, that's what's going to help us. It's not white business principles. It's not white capitalism. Even though we're going to practice capitalism to a certain extent, it's the co-ops. That's what our strength was. And to have a cooperative, you have to cooperate. And see, so when the cooperatives went away, a lot of our cooperation went away as well.
Well, I think that's the thing. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. That's the thing I run to even on this tour. So many people in the black community, we don't want to help one another, right? And even if we start off that way, I think because we lack so much. We don't have.
Because internally we hate ourselves. It ain't that. We had less during slavery, and we had
but not even hate ourselves. What I'm saying is that I find that people can't share because there's too much. I ain't never had none. So instead of grappling for what's yours from the white man back and learning how to build yourself, we fight with one another. See, I find that here on the tour. I find that in communities. I find that trying to run businesses with people. There's always folks that instead of walking in their lane, they want to have what you're having. They want to be the one at the top. Everybody want to be the one that's being seen. Nobody just want to stay in their lane and be great at what it is that they do.
You work collectively.
And that's a collective, right? But when everybody wants to be the number one person, or I want to be like you instead of being your damn self, when people don't understand that in order to get to your greatest and highest level, you have to be yourself, right? But the hardest part is learning to be who the fuck you are, because we always grappling to be somebody else because it's the image of what we think what we're supposed to be. So I got people fighting with me because they want to be Mechee X. Motherfucker, you weren't born Mechee X. Can you just be your damn self and maybe we can get a little further and be where we need to be? Stop trying to be me and just be you.
Don't get punched in the face.
Don't get punched in the face.
This is something that we have to teach our children. This is why.
Yes, the new culture. We got to create a new culture.
This is why the homeschooling is so important, because like Queen Thais, who founded the Black Homeschooling Education Network, she said that the African-centered education we give our children has to cultivate their individualized divine purpose in life. Okay, the African-centered education that we give our children has to cultivate their individualized divine purpose in life. So everybody has a reason why they're here. Okay, everybody has a reason why they're here. We have to understand. Huh? What you say?
No, I just said.
Can you have some soda?
No, I want that.
Well, I drank out the bottle too.
I
had a slightly upset stomach.
You don't want no wine? Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a water right there.
I don't take communion.
So this is why. This is why we have to get this information to our children at a young age also.
In my homeschooling for my kids, that's one of their projects, just period, before they graduate from homeschooling altogether.
Right.
They have a business project. All of my kids, even my 10-year-old, is talking about what kind of business they want to run. They have to write out business plans. They have to understand residual income and all of these different things. So in school, they don't teach them that. Homeschooling, actually, my children are not geared to go off to college at all. We don't want to rack up no debt trying to get some degree to wait on somebody else to give you a job to build their dreams. So they're going to build their own businesses and their own establishments where people can work for them to help them build their dreams. So when you homeschool your children, you can give them in any kind of way that you want.
And I want to say this too, like, me being a hairstylist, I do more than just hair for my clients. When my clients sit in my chair, we talk about solutions. We talk about business practices. I dig in their mind and figure out what it is that they love, what's their passion. And I've helped a lot of my clients start successful businesses just by sitting down in my chair. So it's definitely something that we have to practice as a community and make it into a cultural thing.
Somebody asked where you were. I don't know if you're in Colorado, but she's in Denver off of Broadway.
1111.
1111. Y'all can remember that. 1111. 1111 Broadway.
I'm the angel.
So if you're in Denver, you can definitely go check her out. I love this woman. Let me tell you something. A lot of people can do a whole lot of talking, but it's about their actions that really matter. And this is the dopest businesswoman I've ever met in my life.
Thank you.
Yes. This woman is in a prime spot downtown that has been gentrified. Her rent for her salon is 3 times as many what most of us pay in rent. That's her salon rent. She's been doing this since she was in her 20s, and she has turned it into a business. She has seen millions of dollars come through her hand. So at the end of the day, I take all her advice when it comes to business. Because even though I've had success in business, I damn sure ain't seen no $1 million, and I don't have no goddamn $3,500 storefront.
And I'm flipping it. I'm going into real estate. So what I did last week was I canvassed a whole area. A whole area, okay? I went out and did what these gentrifier investment companies do. I went and found houses with tax liens on them, and there's a tax lien sale coming up, and I'm about to buy tax lien properties, demo them off, and build container homes. So that is definitely something that we can all start to do. You can buy a tax lien property for $1,800.
Hold on. I gotta cut somebody out real quick. Okay. What up? 353 said, "Yeah, right. You caping? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
What?
Caping about what? Because I'm telling you that this woman is doing the damn thing as a black woman in business. That's why you sitting on YouTube talking shit behind the screen. You probably need the help paying your rent. It's the first of the month.
Because he can't see himself being successful, so he doesn't believe other people.
So damn stupid. You caping. You follow what you want. Is that what it's called? Hell yeah, I'm definitely rocking with my girl, shouting her out, and giving her all the props for the great shit that she do. You got a problem with that motherfucker? You can get your ass the fuck off the goddamn
He been out here tripping all night. He talking about you sexy girl, you this and that.
Well, he said I'm caping. How the fuck is you caping for giving people credit for the shit that they do right?
You caping in a good way?
You have been playing, what is it?
What the fuck they talking about? I cape for all my people. That means I be out here repping for them.
Tetris.
Somebody said, why ain't Mechee?
Somebody said what?
These people be out here bopping.
Caping for who?
Y'all we asked.
They be bopping.
I said my friend be doing the damn thing.
All right, I'm back.
Somebody said, how do you do container houses? Well, I don't know if he said that's what she lying about. Right, so ain't nobody worried about that motherfucker talking about caping. I'll get no damn. Yes, I go all out for my friends and the people I love caping. It's called giving somebody credit for what they do. But anyway, they do build container homes. If y'all go on YouTube, they actually have videos of how. See what happens is it saves you a lot of money. Well, I'm buying some land in Detroit, and that's exactly what the hell I'm going to do. I'm going to put some container homes on them. Exactly. What you do is you get the container. The structure is already built for you. Right. So when they deliver it, they're cheap as fuck. It's a couple $1,000s to get
Amazon is about to start selling.
You can buy them, Amazon. So you buy them, they ship them to where you go. The structure's already built, so you don't pay all this money to build a structure from the ground. So all you do is get it, and then what you do is have people come in, and then they put in the windows, the doors, the electric, but the structure is already built. They put in the installation and everything else, and it's cheaper. It's cheap as fuck to build a house because you save it from all of that, you know, all that framework, all of that other shit.
Solar panels on the top.
But what people are doing is they're buying the land first, and they buy the container house, which is cheap, and they use the container house until they can have more money to actually build a real home. But the first thing they're doing is buying that land.
I've seen people on these videos take 2 and 3 containers and make double-story and big-ass houses. They just use them and build them big as hell. You can make them as big as you want.
You can buy a tax-lien house property.
Aisha Phillips, shout out to her. She just sent $65 through Cash App, and she said this is for someone to go to the event because she can't. So
who is that?
Let me say this. So as well as her name is Aisha.
Aisha
Phillips. So shout out to you for that, sis. And I want to say this. So as long as for the ticket that she bought, as well as for 4 other people, I want y'all to know that if you are in Atlanta and you have not been able to buy a ticket, we do have some spots left. It might be standing room only, but we don't get no damn, right? So at the end of the day, I want y'all to know that the first 5 people that email me, therealmechex@gmail.com, if you are in the Atlanta area, you can make it tomorrow to the event. You want to come, but you don't have money to pay for the ticket. First 5 people, y'all go ahead and shoot me an email and give me your name, and you can come on down there for free $99. So
give them the email address again because you said it so quickly.
It's on my page. My moderators put it in, but it's therealmechex@gmail.com. That goes for your live too. So we have one person who actually bought a ticket, and we're gonna give away 4 more of them. So if you want to go, y'all go ahead and y'all email me at therealmechex@gmail.com. So I have your name, and the first 5 people that do that, I'm gonna put your name down on the list, and we will see you at the Dizzo.
I can't wait to build these container houses.
So
what's up, Kenny? Shout out to MP Xavier. I seen you say something earlier, sis. I love you. Shout out to her. She's a big supporter. She's always supported me and been around for a very long time. She's always sending me messages through Instagram when I'm down, checking on the sister. I ain't seen you in a couple of days. She always is sending donations. She just supports in every way that she can. So I just want to say shout out to her. I did see you in the chat while I was talking. You didn't go unnoticed. It was a while back, but I just want to say what's up to you. And Mama is in the house. I could never forget Mama because the first time you showed up on my live on Fly Nubian Queen, I wanted to sing to you that Johnny Gill song. So. That right. Mama. Mama.
I gotta give a shout out to Deshaun Farad.
I haven't seen you in a while, but I noticed you, sis.
Shout out to Deshaun Farad watching on my Facebook fan page, the African History Network.
Mike Townsend said $2. He said supporting my Detroit sister. What up? That's right. What up, Doug? Detroit in the house.
All right.
Where's the donate button? Mr. B said.
The donate button is in the corner. It should be a $sign through Super Chat, but if you send it that way, YouTube takes 30% of it. So
30%.
Yes, my Cash App and my PayPal, my moderators will put it in there. If anybody would like to send some more donations, that gives you the total amount of it versus YouTube taking most of that shit.
Paula Simmons said
but
her grandmother.
You can hit the $sign, or you can do Cash App or PayPal.
Paula Simmons said her grandmother passed away and left her 30 acres of land. Which is not a lot, but what can I do?
That's so much.
That
30 acres of land is a lot.
Let me tell you what you do. You build you a house for you. You build you a house for your babies, and then you build you some commercial properties on there, and you rent those out. That's what you do.
Okay. So Marvin said that what's your take on Tariq Nasheed being banned in the UK? I didn't hear much about it. I don't necessarily think it's much that I need to hear about it, other than the fact that I guess he's been banned.
He couldn't know. Well, he's not banned. They just wouldn't. They don't want him coming there with the new hidden colors, which means that it's probably exposing some of the stuff.
Well, I heard a couple of people say that they just saw Hidden Colors 5. I think MP Xavier was one of them. Just saw it, said it was really dope. She just said it was really good.
Does it have any implications of Europe and how much money they might owe African people? Because that's the kind of stuff that he talks about, and they will shut you down.
Yes, black man. When you get donations through Super Chat, that's where people push that $sign and it goes up on the screen. YouTube keeps 30% of that. So if you send me $5, they gonna keep like.
I was looking to see how to set that up, but damn, they're gonna take 30%. I don't know about that.
They do.
Nobody knows.
I mean, I set it up. I figure people could donate however they want. Some people don't have Cash App. Some people don't have PayPal. But if they do, I find that they do use it. But some people don't have Cash App or PayPal. They want to get something. It goes to YouTube, and YouTube sends you a check once a month with all of your stuff. But they automatically
to your bank account.
Yes, they do direct deposit, but they automatically take
because they kicked me out of the monetization program.
Did they?
When YouTube.
You have to be able to monetize to get Super Chat.
No, okay, but what happened was they just kicked me out like 2 months ago. YouTube changed their policy dealing with hate speech, things like this. So they sent me an email.
That is Bianca.
So they sent me an email saying that my videos did not meet their standard anymore, but they couldn't tell me what I said that was wrong, and they didn't take down any of my videos. But they kicked me out of the monetization program. They said you can reapply in 30 days, but you ain't tell me what I did that was wrong. So how I know what to change? But I'm dealing with history. Yeah, I don't call people names. I don't call white people racial epithets. I don't do a bunch of cussing and things.
That's
like
what
this.
I'm wondering if why Tyreek has been banned because information is so valuable, so powerful. And that Hidden Colors movie is probably
I'm a distributor of it. Yeah, I'm a distributor of it.
What's my favorite sound?
I haven't seen the new one. Have you seen the new one?
No. He just did the screening July 31st.
I'm wondering if it has some implications around Europe and what role they played and how much money they might owe.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. MP Xavier, she hit us up with the answer, and that she said he had a segment talking about the nonsense of celebrating the royal wedding when they stole the riches of Africa.
Precisely.
Yes.
I did a video about that.
That's why they're mad at him.
I did a video about that when it happened.
They got rocks as big as your fist on some of those crowns. And you know when you look in the history books to see where they came from, they say that this was a stone found in Africa. This is made from gold discovered.
Well, I did a video after that was the royal wedding was May 19, 2017.
Stolen.
So that was Malcolm X's birthday. That was also the birthday of Queen Charlotte Sophia, who was of African descent on the mother's side, African Moorish ancestry. She was the wife of King George III. King George III was the king that the 13 colonies were fighting against to set up the United States of America. But I did a video talking about, people go to my YouTube channel, Michael Imhotep, and you can see it. And it said black people celebrated black people watched the royal wedding, but forgot about the British involvement in slavery. And I dealt with this history because the opulence and the wealth we saw displayed at that wedding, a lot of that was built on the backs of enslaved African people. Not just in this country, but in Jamaica. But in Jamaica, and you gotta understand,
black people were mad at me for talking about that.
I had some people get mad at me as well. But I'm breaking down the facts. 100 years ago, 1/5 of the world population was under British rule. People don't understand they used to say the British Empire was so vast that the sun never set on it. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. That meant they had part of the British Empire all around the world.
We coming to Florida next year.
Yay!
The Black Agenda. So far, just so y'all know, people have been asking me. So far, already on the list for next year, we got St. Louis, we got Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to New Orleans. We're going to Philly, and we are going to Florida. So we got a couple more cities to add. Shout out to you, Black Freedom. So you said it says shop unlimited, save, great, look amazing. Okay, is that a link? Is there supposed to be a .com with that or something? They said Tariq said on an old Breakfast Club interview he was in the UK on the radio show and said white supremacy, and the host turned off his mic and told him he can't say that or his show would be taken off the air. You can't say the word white supremacy.
I didn't
I'm gonna say that shit 3 times. You think the police gonna show him
white supremacy? The word white supremacy.
White supremacy. He said that shit 3 times like Candyman, and they show up. They gonna kick it in the door.
Pam Washington, Shirley Miller.
Shout out to you, Marty girl.
And said Rubery, Africa.
You in Detroit too? What up, though? That's up Detroit in the house again.
She said what? What about Africa?
No, there's somebody watching. So Rubery, Africa, Uhuru. Watching on my Facebook page.
Kenneth said, who are those other people? Kenneth, that's the team. Mechee right now. Somebody asked me where I was. I'm in Atlanta. You know, tomorrow is the Black Agenda in Atlanta.
Right.
And like I said, let me throw that out there that we have somebody who just sponsored a ticket. Shout out to her. She sent $65 in Cash App. And we also are giving away 4 other tickets. So 5 people, the first 5 people to email me at therealmecheex@gmail.com, you can come to the event tomorrow, right? So we're in Atlanta. We're in an Airbnb. I don't do hotels. So this is a really nice Airbnb. Like, if she want to sell me this house, I'm trying to move, y'all. I like Atlanta. I think this might be the spot. I might be moving to ATL because I'm getting the hell out of Colorado. This is a nice place. So we're in the Airbnb. We just eating this vegan food over here, drinking some wine, and I got a photo, some t-shirts, put some shit in some bag. We're gonna be up all night just to go to get up and go to the event in the morning. So we get ready for the Black Agenda.
What time does it start tomorrow?
10 to 4 a.m. 10 a.m.
Doors open
to
at
4
9.
p.m.
Doors open at 9, but it starts at 10. Sharp, not on Black folks' time. I'm getting on stage whether you there or not.
Mm-hmm. I'm speaking tomorrow also dealing with 6 principles.
At 10 o'clock. You're after me.
Okay, what time do I speak?
So it's in the morning, it's before lunch.
Okay.
I'm eating, y'all. Let me choose.
Then I'll have a vendor table. I'll have all of my DVD, a lot of my DVD lectures there.
And you come after me. There's some entertainment, and then it's you.
Okay. So I have a lot of my latest presentations also that I've done.
Thank you for that. Thank you
on
for the
DVD.
compliment.
And 6 Principles of Political Self-Defense. I have the lecture I did at the Black Homeschooling Conference. Also, this thing is deep.
Trinity,
I get to the prison industry.
I
connect a lot. I connect a lot of things together.
So he would be with me in every city.
All right, Jerome McMillan watching on Facebook.
I want to say shout out to Keith Green. He sent me $5 through Cash App. It's for wearing his shirt. Did you put your information in there, Keith Green? Put your information in there. You have to put HTTP / with them dots, and then put the www dot whatever your web address is, and it'll light up so everybody can just click on the link from out of the chat.
Q said
But
he
put it
bought
in there.
3 tickets, but only he can go. His friends can't go, but it's okay. I'll say.
Who's Veggie Burgers?
He bought what?
Yours if you want it.
Somebody bought 3 tickets,
and they friends can't go. Only he can go.
Okay, so then that means we can give away 2 more tickets.
Is that what he's saying?
Well, he done bought them if he's saying nobody. He done, look, if they've been paid for and they not in the room. So now we're giving away 7 tickets to the Black Agenda on tour. So y'all go, y'all email me, first 7 people. The tickets is already paid for. I mean, if you want to bring somebody and you put somebody else in their spot, that's fine too. But they've been paid for. We can go that another way, probably.
So it's 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow, right? Let them know what time it's over with. Okay.
It's 10 a.m. The doors open at 9.
The political trap is coming tomorrow.
Say again? What did you say it's coming tomorrow?
Political trap said they're coming. What are you watching? My live?
Yeah.
This shit moving fast.
But you got to
I see none of this.
1 to Buffalo, 2 to Miami.
I like Miami.
We do like Miami. Miami's been coming up a lot.
Is there a group in Los Angeles? George Evans on Facebook wants to know: is there a group in Los Angeles? Is it Oakland?
We'll be in Oakland.
Oakland, California. George, go to the Black Agenda on tour.com.
Oakland is in October. DC, we have Brooklyn in 2 weeks. So Brooklyn in the house. If you in Brooklyn, go ahead and get your ticket because we'll be in Brooklyn in 2 weeks, and then after that, the Black Agenda is going to take a breather for 30 days. If y'all watch me, y'all know that my son's parole hearing is coming.
Tomorrow, they want to come to the event. They can come to the VIP.
Girl, you can call in sick. Tell him, oh brother, I don't know. You better call me like, you know what? I don't really feel good. There will be no white people in the room that will go back and tell your boss and tell on you. We won't tell him.
Tell him this is what you do. Tell him you have PTSD. That's President Trump's stress disorder.
Post-traumatic slave disorder.
No. President Trump's stress disorder. PTSD. Tell him you have that.
That was a real thing after he got elected. Did anybody else feel sad and depressed for like?
Yeah, I warn people. People don't understand.
It was a real thing. It affected me emotionally.
Yeah. People don't understand. I warn Negroes about this. Negroes sat at home. I told you, if you go back and listen, I was doing national radio, nationally syndicated radio, 5 days a week in 2016. I warned people what would happen if Trump got in office. People didn't want to listen. Now, there was rampant voter suppression. And I told you about the voter suppression taking place when it was taking place. All this stuff I warned people about.
So yeah, we're gonna be in Brooklyn in 2 weeks, y'all. So if you haven't got your tickets in Brooklyn, you go ahead and get your ticket. We'll see you in Brooklyn. But then we're taking September off, and then DC.
Forget about our history.
And Oakland is in October, and then our last one is Houston. I think it's like November 7th or 9th. Don't quote me on that. And then we're done for the year. And then come February, we will make an announcement of what all the tourist cities are, and the dates will be for next year. Because if y'all been watching me, you already know that the Black Agenda don't stop. This is not a one-year thing. We're gonna go across this nation. We have several levels to this. We're only on the first phase of this plan that we have to go across this nation and doing all these cities, and then we have to make our way back around and do the second phase of the plan, and then do the third phase of the plan, right? And if you want to know what those phases are, we're not telling it on YouTube. You got to be at the Black Agenda to find that out. We're not going to sit here and tell everybody what the hell our business is, right?
Jade Arendelle will be with us in Brooklyn.
Jade Arendelle, if y'all have seen her, she's on Fly Nubian Queen.
Right.
I love that sister, and she will be with us in Brooklyn. Yes, she will.
So her videos, some of her videos on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network, it was just one put up today dealing with, she's talking about Officer Pantaleo
there is a website
in killing Eric Garner, and how the judge recommended that Pantaleo be fired. So she just did one today dealing with that.
People keep asking me about North Carolina. You know, I may add that to the list next year because I get quite a few people who ask me about that. As well as St. Louis.
Is it Carolinas?
No, my sister.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to David Brooks. Thank you for the donation.
So Danette has
David.
this.
Wait a minute, David. You're the guy that pulled up to the training and the people was like, "This where you go?" We rolled down the back window. He's like, Mechee. Okay, we took a picture. I'm gonna post your picture in a minute on YouTube when I get up in here
David.
in the community. That's cool. David. Hey, David. So Jice held it down. That's good to know.
The training that took place
good to know. Yes, David was at the training today, so I ran into him before Mechee took off to go pass out flyers, and Jice held it down, and she did the training.
Yeah, they went to come
we had to get Michael
up.
Imhotep and pick him up because he just came in today. I've been here since Thursday.
So Patricia Campbell on Facebook said, please do add North Carolina. Please add North Carolina.
Flavadoza Jane. You know that person?
No, you called me on my phone number. You did. I love y'all too, no matter what.
Yeah.
What were you
I'm
gonna
gonna talk about your shirt.
Oh.
So Danette has this hoodie on that has Black Panther on it.
I'm late too. Y'all don't ever see me late this
Has
live.
Black Panther on it. So I was breaking down Black Panther to them.
Yeah, like got the Panther, you got the mama, you got.
They said Ramonda, Queen Ramonda,
the sister.
Isikolo. Isikolo's the hat that comes from the Amazulu of South Africa.
I saw this and I just had to buy it.
Yeah.
It just tells that story, you know.
Oh, it's deep.
I'm gonna go do what I gotta do.
So Ruth Carter, who was the costume designer of Black Panther.
No, we are coming to Philly.
She studied 11 different African cultures.
We'll be coming to Philly
and infused that into the film Black Panther. Everything from the mercy of Ethiopia. So when you see the brother with the lip disc, and that's from the mercy of Ethiopia.
It was so beautiful how she incorporated. It was so African.
Yeah, well,
even his lip piece, how it matched his suit. Nobody else but an African descendant would do such a thing.
There's 11 different African cultures. You got the Ovahimba of Namibia. You've got the you have the Igbo of Nigeria.
Houston, Winston, we will be in Houston.
All of
That's
that
our
stuff
last
we
city
see represented
on
in
the
the
tour
film.
for this year.
And
so if you go over to the site, it's November. It's the first week of
ties
November.
into ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt.
I don't know. Don't quote me.
Okay.
The 7th or the 9th. Go check it out.
A lot of people don't understand, haven't really researched the film and the African history and culture incorporated into it.
I've been doing like Music Soul Child, Better Man.
But I do lectures dealing with the film Black Panther. Some of y'all seen some of my lectures dealing with the film Black Panther.
Hamilton, I already know the song. It is a wonderful song. I help you be a better man. Shut your ass.
Robert said he's waiting for Houston, Texas.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
How you doing, Sandra?
Flavadoza Jane is just trolling. Somebody blocked her. Flavadoza.
What's
They've
Flavadoza?
been trolling for like 20 minutes.
The energy I sent will not be taken for granted.
They've been trolling because I responded to one of their comments and then they deleted it and then they just been writing all this crazy stuff.
Well, you said that you called and told me you love me, and then you said the energy I sent will not be taken for granted. What?
Where's the?
I thought they were saying
the
nice
moderators.
stuff. They talking junk.
Get Flavadoza out
Yes,
of here.
Brooklyn. Oh, look. That's that 5-minute mark. We might be out of here in a minute. This iPad ain't got much left.
Oh, your battery. President Trump stress disorder, PTSD.
Real thing.
It's a real thing.
I'm stressed.
Okay.
My P.O. box information, if you want to send me anything in my P.O. box, in the description box of this video, you can find my PayPal, my Cash App, my email, and my P.O. box is there too, if it's anything you want to send to my P.O. box.
Okay, I have
all that information is in the
I have
description
one thing
box.
that I want to say before her iPad closes off, and I want to get you and Michael's opinion and Jeanette. Okay, so Dr. Boyce Watkins, a PhD in finance, said that we are owed $26 trillion for reparations, which would equate to over $700,000 for each ADOS.
26 trillion.
Yeah.
Based upon what?
Based upon the unpaid labor.
Okay.
For
so
slavery.
So let me ask you the question that I asked everybody. Who studied the history of slavery in this country? Where did you read that slaves were supposed to be paid?
Thank you for the
no, listen. Everybody listen. Everybody listen. When you study the history, I'm a historian. When you study the history of slavery in this country, where did you read that slaves were supposed to be paid?
Were Jewish people supposed to get the Israeli land? Were Native Americans supposed to get the reservation?
No. Their land was taken away from them. They were put on reservations. People don't understand how to make legal arguments for reparations.
I see what you're saying.
See, a legal argument.
You said Dr. Watkins, I'm sorry.
A legal argument. I'm explaining this.
I'm listening. He's giving us a legal argument for
People don't
reparation.
understand how to make legal arguments.
I'd like to listen. Okay.
Voice is my voice. Voice and I go back years ago. But that's not a legal argument. 1, 2 is not how much you're owed, it's how much you can collect.
Right.
A legal argument is based upon Article 1, Section 9 of the U.S. Constitution, which is the foundation for outlawing the international slave trade, which was outlawed by the U.S. January 1st, 1808, because the bill passed Congress March 2nd, 1807.
So we're suing them for breaking a law, international law?
But when they kept bringing Africans into this country, they violated their own laws. So all the Africans that came in from 1808 to 1860
with the last. Where are you live? I'm sorry. Because my iPad
the African history,
and people are saying
Facebook, the African history.
So if y'all want to continue this live, because I'm live on his stuff too, you can actually see the whole crowd from his live. So if y'all want to continue this, because my tablet is about to die, y'all can go over to Facebook and go to the African History Network, y'all, and go ahead and subscribe to the page if you have not. You probably have shared plenty of shit and didn't even know it came from that page. It's a very popular page. Before I ever knew this man, I was already subscribed to the page. It's over 1 million subscribers. So go over there now, and we're live. So when I get off of here, you'll be able to continue this live and watch all of us sitting here at the table. Getting it in. So if you want to continue this live, you can go over there and do that. I'm sure my thing is about to die because I probably have like 3% on it. So I don't want it to die without saying goodbye, y'all. I don't like shit to happen. So anyway, I want to tell y'all good night. I love y'all. I want to thank y'all for all the donations in the super chat. I want to thank y'all for everything you sent through Cash App and PayPal. Shout out to the sister who bought the ticket for somebody. But again, we have 7 spots tomorrow. If you email me at therealmechase@gmail.com, you guys, that information is in the description box. If you did not get my email address, email me. The first 7 people, I'm going to hit you back. I'm going to put your name on the list and tell you it's a go, and you can show up tomorrow. So there was one person on here. I don't know if you're still here. You already bought a ticket. You asked me if I would upgrade you to VIP, and the answer is yes. Like I told you, so make sure you email me and let me know who you are so I can put you on the VIP list. You will have special seating and different things, and we also have a get-together later. That's with me and all of the speakers with a very small group, so you will be a part of that. So see, ain't nothing wrong with asking. Y'all better learn to ask, because the worst thing somebody can tell you is no, and that's okay. Then you just find another way to get it done. So anyway, y'all make sure y'all do that. Thank y'all for checking in. Y'all go over to the Black Agenda on tour.com to find out the other dates for the other cities that we're coming to. Everybody, please text the word Black Agenda to 484848 so you can stay updated on all of the stuff going on with the Black Agenda. You'll be the first to hear all of the new tour dates and everything coming up. So y'all make sure y'all text that number. You know, you be texting your little booty calls and shit. Y'all go ahead and text the Black Agenda so we can text y'all something that really matters in this life, okay? So y'all do that for me. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, doing a bunch of nothing, sipping on some wine, eating these collard greens, and hanging out with my people. So I appreciate it. But y'all my people too, so I knew y'all wouldn't mind hanging out with us.
See y'all Saturday.
So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right, Fin and Feathers. Y'all come check us out if you in the area. And other than that, I will see you guys Monday. Because tomorrow I'm full all day. Sunday I travel home, and I'm going to bed as soon as I get home, because I get no sleep Friday through Sunday when I'm on the tour. So I will see you guys on Monday. Till then, y'all be good. I love you, and I'm out. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Bye.
All right. So what I was saying is that people when we talk about reparations, we're talking about going to the federal government to get reparations. You're talking about going through the bill has to pass the House of Representatives, pass the U.S. Senate, be signed into law by the president, and then if it's monetary, it'll probably be paid up by the U.S. Treasury. So when you deal with this from that perspective, you have to make a legal argument. Most of these arguments are not legal arguments. This is what we don't understand.
Arguments.
They're moral arguments. You don't go to Congress to debate morality.
True story.
This is what people don't understand. And this is what I told them.
People of morals.
No.
We think they should have.
No. It's because we don't understand history and don't understand law. This is one of the things I'm talking about tomorrow. 6 principles of political self-defense. We have to master the U.S. Constitution. We have to understand law. Article 6 of the Constitution tells you that the U.S. Constitution, all the previous treaties, and all the subsequent treaties are the supreme law of the land.
So
which means the Black Freedmen Indian treaties of 1866, which is our best chance to get any type of reparations, because many of our ancestors were in those treaties, got land, got compensation. They're still being enforced right now for the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, Cherokee, and Seminole Indians, but most of our ancestors were pushed out of the treaties illegally in 1941. We don't understand this history. This is what Dr. Claude Anderson's been talking about. When you study the history of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a lot of the early Black people in Tulsa got their land because of those treaties, because Tulsa was founded by Creek Indians around 1836 when they got pushed off of their land in southeastern United States because of the Indian Removal Act of 1830, signed into law by President Andrew Jackson. They go out west on the Trail of Tears and they take their Black slaves with them. Because the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, Cherokee, and Seminole Indians all own Black slaves. We're making moral arguments, not legal arguments, because we don't understand law. And then we wonder why we keep going in this circle. Read the article from Dr. Jahi Issa and Brother Reggie Marbury. They wrote an article for Black Agenda Report, and it's called Reparations is Dead, and it's something like, here's how to revive it. I interviewed these brothers for 4 hours, and they go through and break this down by law. They break down legal cases of where white men were prosecuted for bringing Africans into this country after 1808. Prosecuted, found guilty because because they were breaking the law. When we look at the Amistad of 1839, that Spanish ship, those Africans, Joseph St. and others, they went to court and won their freedom because it was illegal for that ship to come into this country. Now, when the Clotilda came in 1860, those Africans didn't get that help because that ship was illegal also when it came in. So we have to understand the difference between making moral arguments and legal arguments. All right, questions?
So my devil's advocate question is, this system that you say we must master, which I believe was completely written without us in mind or against us, with us to not be productive or be successful. So my question would be, if we master the system, would it still work against us? Is what I'm saying. It's sort of like how you can act more white, you can dress more white, you can go to their schools, and you're still not going to get the justice or the fair.
When I say master the system, I'm saying we must master the law, understand the law. We don't understand law. This is part of the problem.
But they don't even follow their own law. So it's like, I can master the law.
Oftentimes they do. This is why they take cases.
Left, right, still cheat.
No, oftentimes they do. This is why they take cases to the U.S. Supreme Court. When they take cases to the U.S. Supreme Court, what do they determine? Whether or not it's constitutional. Based upon what? The U.S. Constitution. If the laws were created to trap us, shouldn't we know where all the booby traps are and the pitfalls are?
Yes.
See, we don't understand law and we don't understand history. Law and history intersect.
And they're definitely knowing where all the loopholes are and
they don't understand. And so what happened was a lot of activists realized, well, wait a second. We need to start voting these prosecutors out of office, and we need to start running people for the prosecutor. This whole system is based upon law.
That's the thing that gets me. I just feel like
we don't understand
so deep with the system that now you're in so deep and it's still.
Well, no, the problem is we have these Black immigrants who we have voted into the office thinking that they would have the best interests of ADOS. They don't have the interests of ADOS.
It depends upon who you're talking about.
Yeah, who it
but
is.
See, what happens is, what really happens
Yeah.
is we lack agendas that we're pushing. Because everybody, if you ask any African American elected official, they'll tell you white people call their offices. White people get in their faces. They show up to their town hall meetings. They push their issues, their concerns. Many of us don't understand this because we think we're lesser than. We operate based upon this inferiority.
We've been conditioned, yeah.
But we've been conditioned because we've been stripped of our history and culture. Our history and culture is directly tied to your self-esteem, your self-development, your self-worth.
Which is why it's important that African-centered education for the babies.
African-centered education is important. But when we understand, look, you got to put pressure on your elected official, your member of Congress, because when you start calling their offices, showing up to their town hall meeting, all of them have town hall meetings. I get emails from my representative Brenda Lawrence because I'm on the board of Grits and Politics in Detroit. Grits and Politics. They come before us. They come in front of us. We vet people like for the Wayne County Commissioner, people running for Wayne County Commissioner, and we're asking them questions and find out many of the people running for Wayne County Commissioner don't even know the duties of the commissioner.
And I would imagine in Detroit how absolutely necessary it is to go to every single meeting.
How many is that enough for the commissioner?
Town.
But I find that a lot of us as just the citizens, right, that do the voting, a lot of times we don't know the positions of our politicians.
They don't know.
And they will make us
lie.
No, but check it out. You can't even tell when a politician is lying because if you don't know what their seat holds the power to do
you don't
and
know
what
the
their
scope.
seat doesn't hold the power to do, they can promise you all kind of shit that they really can't do and you won't even know.
It's like right now when we look at the presidential debate, 80 to 90% of what people are promising has to go through Congress.
They can't do it. They can't even make those promises. Thank you.
Well, they can
not
say,
on their own.
Well, not on their own. They can say,
it.
this is what I'm going to try to do, and it has to go through Congress. We don't understand it. It's like thing with reparations. People focus on the president for reparations.
And when the president said, I'll ask for it, don't mean they can get it.
No. Do you understand that this has to pass the U.S. House of Representatives? It takes 218 votes to get anything past the U.S. House of Representatives. Mitch McConnell, Moscow Mitch in the Senate, has already said reparations is dead. So it could pass 420 to nothing in the House of Representatives. It won't even get a hearing in the U.S. Senate. This is why I'm listening to people talk about the presidential candidates and talk about reparations. I'm like, do you understand what the Senate does?
Right.
Mitch McConnell has already said reparations is dead on arrival. If it passes 420 to 0 in the House, it will not get a hearing because the Senate Majority Leader controls not just which bills get voted on in the Senate, but which bills get debated on. You gotta get Mitch McConnell is up for re-election in 2020. Moscow Mitch, who blocked this past week or week before, blocked 2 bills in the Senate to secure and protect the integrity of the elections. Why is this? Because he knows that Russia helped Trump get elected. Yeah. That's why Joe Scarborough on MSNBC Morning Joe called him Moscow Mitch, and it started trending on Twitter. And now in Kentucky, you got people selling T-shirts saying Moscow Mitch because they understand what he's doing. So Democrats can take back control of the Senate in 2020. If they don't take back control of the Senate, reparations ain't going nowhere in the Senate. This is what people have to understand. It's a process. It's a process, and the majority of reparations should not be in the form of money. Because we all got $1 million a day. White people have it all back this time next week.
Hold on,
that was part of the question.
I would say that. I was so.
Oh no, I say that
everywhere too. We're conditioned too much, and if we don't deal with the issues that we have, they're gonna give us a check, and we're going to spend it on.
We're gonna give it right back.
What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna see the things that we need for reparations. We need land. We need buildings.
That's why structural changes.
Right to make us really equal. Forget equality in the structure.
So you need structural changes.
Yes.
This is what Dr. Julian now
all of our money together and build our communities.
This is what Dr. Julian went.
All slave plantation land needs to be returned to all people and family members who worked on it. I don't want to see any more white people having weddings on no plantation land.
Right.
And that's disrespectful.
So at the H.R. 40 hearing in Congress, June 19th, 2019.
Maybe mad at me for saying that.
No, I've said it. I said it at the Black Homeschooling Conference when I did my presentation. And I told them, I said, look.
And they're going to do things in our communities that's going to raise the price intentionally so that they can get that money back.
Some people might be mad. Weed and Jordans and rims is going to be the talk of the town. I ain't got time.
But here's the thing. When I spoke at the Black Homeschooling Conference, the last day of the conference deals with economic empowerment. I said, look, we have this conference each year, and we talk about how we spend 97% of our dollars with people that don't look like us. If we all got $500,000, you think that spending pattern will change? No, it's going to get worse, because just a few months ago, black people were talking about boycotting Gucci and Prada.
And they still wearing Gucci and Prada.
It's easy to wear Gucci and Prada. You ain't see how who wearing that.
Listen. It's easy to boycott Gucci and Prada when you don't have Gucci and Prada money.
Right.
Let them get $500,000. Let them get $500,000 and see what they want to boycott.
Yes.
So this is why Dr. Julian Malveaux, who is an economist, when she testified in front of Congress at the H.R. 40 congressional hearing, she said that there has to be structural changes. Okay, it can't just be money. No, that reparations deals with repairing the damage.
Right.
Just money doesn't repair the damage.
No.
It gives you money to do more damage.
We need structures. We need to build our own schools. We need a lot of things built. They need to give us stuff. We talk about equity versus equality in this country. Two different things. If you gave every black person the same amount of money of the most highest middle class white people, it wouldn't make us equal, because there's too many damn structures in this country that are there to oppress us and bring us down. And when you look at our communities, I talk about all the time, like, for example, you go to the hoods, ghettos are created. Right? They're not just there by happenstance.
They're created by public policy.
But why is right? Because public policy says this community doesn't want a liquor store in every corner. This public policy says these suburbs don't want liquor stores everywhere or strip clubs. So then you go to the inner cities that are the hoods. Those are politics. Everything we deal with comes back to politics. Yes.
But see, what happened was, after World War II, you have the baby boomer generation. These white men are coming back home having families. And then this begins the deindustrialization of the inner city, because the Federal Housing Act of 1949 allowed white people to put 3% down on low interest loans and get houses built out in the newly formed suburbs. When we tried to take advantage of those same loans, okay, after you had about 1.2 million black men that served in World War II, okay, what happened was we were discriminated against from taking advantage of these loans. We were subjected to the redlining system. Redlining was created by another government entity called the Homeowners Loan Corporation, which was created in 1933. The Homeowners Loan Corporation. So you have industry taken out of the inner city, moved out to the suburbs. You have the U.S. Interstate Highway Acts of 52 and 56 that then builds the expressways. So white people can go from their homes in the suburbs to downtown. And then from downtown back out there. They disrupted our communities, knocked out a lot of our homes, knocked out a lot of our businesses.
Made the air quality poor, made growing food more difficult, made getting to your job, your kids to daycare more difficult.
Right. So this is what's taking place. And then a lot of the housing units that white people were living in, temporary housing units, when they came back home from World War II, we're going to move into these housing units, okay? And these are going to become projects, all right? So we have to understand, and all this is based upon, racism is a system of advantage and privilege distributed based upon race. This is what racism is. Racism occurs when one race of people control the majority of the wealth, power, resources, benefits, privileges, land, access to education, access to opportunity. And they do this to marginalize, subordinate, and do harm to another race of people. But this comes out of the ideology of white supremacy. All this deals with redistributing wealth, power, and resources, okay, into the hands of Europeans. This is what this is about. And then when we talk about it being a system of advantage and privilege, a system is not a computer program. A system is a group of people that have been indoctrinated with a certain ideology who work to uphold that ideology and keep it in place. That's what a system is. So when I talk about Americans are woefully ignorant of history, this is what I'm talking about. And before we can ever get reparations, America needs a massive history lesson.
You know what? This is why I say this. I appreciate you. Let me say
it should be required.
It's required about who they don't want you to know.
No.
So
I know, but they don't even know. See, many white people don't even understand their own history. They don't understand. Many white people don't understand American history. They don't understand their own history.
They don't see.
So white people are purposely kept ignorant of the history of this country. Period. And so are African Americans.
Well, I would tell you this. I believe that because I believe when it comes to the conditioning, just as we're conditioned to think we're a certain way, they also condition white people to think that they're a certain way and that they're better than everybody else.
And they do it by themselves.
They do keep it that way. But this is why I say all the time that all knowledge not used is useless knowledge, and that we got to get this knowledge to get free, right? Because if we don't understand how we're being attacked, we don't really understand where we come from. You can't ever really make a plan to get out of any situation if you don't understand it in its fullness.
You have to understand the history of how you get into that.
It's the first, whether it's the knowledge of history, whether it's the knowledge of politics, so that you understand how to get out of these situations. Because everything we deal with, and this is why I'm glad that you're on the Black agenda, because what you bring is very important. Because everything that we deal with, from the issues of the police killing our people, from how they imprison our people with too long sentences, our children, the ghettos that we live in, all those things come back to politics. Even the food that they give us in our community, right? It all comes back to politics, the way that our communities are, but people don't necessarily understand, right? And so how you gonna move forward? How you gonna move forward in attacking something that you don't even have an understanding what you're attacking? How the fuck you gonna swing and fight a ghost when you don't even know what you're swinging at? Right? So that's the first step. People have to understand, and I get tired of these people who sit around all the time and they tend to tell you, well, I know that, everybody knows that. No, the fuck, everybody don't know that. You know how ignorant a lot of us are to some things, to a lot of things that are going on in this country? You know, even though we think we understand the school, every time I break down the school to prison pipeline to somebody and I show them how your schools, from the uniforms to the student ID numbers to the metal detectors to the way they got the courts in there writing your kid's ticket, all of this resembles nothing but the same system of the criminal justice. But until you make that equation back and forth and show them how it plays out, most people be like, I never even seen it like that, and it's right in front of our faces. So you can never make a plan for attack, a counterattack, if you don't understand in the first place what you're dealing with. And so this knowledge is very important. People say we talk too much and we don't do. I think that we try to run off and do without having enough information before we run off and do. That's the problem.
And there are a lot of community organizations in every city across the country doing some fantastic work. What happens is that they don't, the media oftentimes doesn't cover them. A lot of people don't know that they exist. Okay, so at the Black Agenda Tour, there will be African American organizations there, community organizations that people can tap into, resources, things like that. So Saturday, August 3rd, Fin and Feathers, 360 Edgewood Avenue, Southeast Atlanta, Georgia. And visit the blackagenda.ontour.com. You can get tickets there.
It's a twofold thing. That's what's probably, it's twofold in the sense of, like tonight, we had the training with the organizations.
Right.
So one thing that we do is that we bring the organizations together in the community. I've heard a lot of people tell me, even though they live in communities, they don't know these organizations are there. So we introduce the community to their organizations. But not only do we do that, we are building an alliance with all of these organizations, so we have a unified alliance across this nation. You know what I'm saying? So that you have contacts with all the organizations that we touch base with across this nation. That's how you unify in that sense and have power, right? And then we talk to the community as individuals about what they can do specifically when they go home, in their house, in their lives, in their community. And then if you want to step it up a level, go to the organizations. We give you the organizations, but we give you tangible solutions that you can go home and implement tomorrow in your own individual life. Because we all have to individually make a choice to do something different, right, to do what we need to do. And if you make that choice individually and you change your household first, your children first, like for example, what you watch, what you taking in, understand these stereotypes, understand what they give to us. If you understand all the ways we're being attacked, you got to really change that in your household first. And I want
change it with yourself first.
I don't want to see you run out in the community trying to do something you ain't got it together in your home yet. Teach yourself, teach your kids. Y'all learn to make a difference in all of these solutions that we're going to give people. And then once you got that down, you go from your home to your neighborhood, and from your neighborhood to your community. And when we unite from community to community, then that's how we reach across this nation. So it's a twofold, right? We come from the community aspect where we're doing something with the organizations, and then we come with the organizations, and then we come from an individual aspect for everybody that is the individual that wants to take on that responsibility.
Let's see, Rashida, Black Economics Exchange. Okay, everybody be sure to visit AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. All of my DVD lectures are there, all my new presentations. We have a bundle pack also. Saturday, I'll be dealing with 6 principles of political self-defense, understanding how public policies and laws affect the Black economic agenda. And this is the presentation I did at the Black Homeschooling Conference also. Okay, so we have this on DVD at our website. You're gonna get something extra tomorrow, and also you can read all of my articles that I write at our website, AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. audio podcasts are there of our shows. And then if you want to advertise with the African History Network, email us at customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com, customerservice@africanhistorynetwork.com. All right, Dirk said, fax Meech. We got David Kelly, Rashida, Nicole Harley Peterson. She wants to know, did you invite Yvette Carnell? She lives in Georgia.
I did not, but I would have loved to invite her. I haven't reached out to her. I know she's doing her thing, but it's not like it's not on my list. I didn't even think about that, David but I would love for her to come. It's kind of too late to probably do that now, but shout out to Yvette and ADOS.
Jackson,
I love what they're doing.
So true. Trina, we're being attacked on so many levels. That's why we have to understand how systems work.
Yes.
We're being attacked on so many levels. We have to understand how systems work. That's why we have to understand law, policies, and history. Yes. They all intersect. Historical events happen to address conditions. Laws are put in place to address the conditions. Then movements happen to address the laws that were put in place to address the conditions. So you have a cycle. So we have to understand how those things work. All right. All right, so look, guys, we're about to get out of here. We have a big day tomorrow. You can donate to the African History Network, paypal.me/the AHN show, paypal.me/the AHN show, or at our website, africanhistorynetwork.com, africanhistorynetwork.com. And be sure to listen to the African History Network show Sundays, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On 9:10 a.m. the Superstation WFDF in Detroit, and we broadcast here on our Facebook fan page. Now they've been playing Major League Baseball. I'm not going to get into this, but they've been playing Major League Baseball, and that's running on Sunday nights, and that's running through Sunday, which is preempting my show. So maybe next Sunday I'll be on for a half hour or so. Something. I'm in Atlanta this weekend, so I can't do it. I may try to broadcast Sunday night, either from, I'm not sure when I'm getting back to Detroit, so either when I get back home, or if I get back home by 9 p.m. Sunday, I'll broadcast, or maybe from here, I don't know. I haven't figured out going back home, okay? All right. Let people know how they can donate to you as well, Mechee.
You can go to Cash App. It's Mecheex, MECHEEX. The $ Mecheex for Cash App, and for PayPal, it is therealmecheex@gmail.com.
therealmecheex@gmail.com. All right, guys, got to get out of here. Remember, right now, the correct wrong behavior is not over till we win. Wakanda forever. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.